Okay, my topic was on one-to-one technology and the achievement gap. Kind of looking at do one-to-one devices in the schools now help close the achievement gap? So a little background, what is the achievement gap? The achievement gap is defined as the observed persistent disparity in measures of educational performance between white and minority students. Along similar lines, we could talk about between socioeconomic status, but it is observed and persistent along racial lines in our country. And so looking at what we can do to close that gap to bring the achievements of minority students to the level of white students in this country. One-to-one technology are devices, or I'm also examining software in this situation that is used individually by a student in place of or in addition to traditional lecture. So by having their own technological device, can students improve their achievement and match that of their peers? So the first thing I found in my research is that the most important part is teacher training. So there exists a second level digital divide, it's called, between teachers at different schools. So the first level digital divide talks about access. Do students of all races all have equal access to technology? And traditionally, no. White students, more affluent students have more access to technology, and minority and lower income students don't have that same access. So they are falling behind in technology skills. On that same note, teachers at low income schools also have less technology skills. So that's that second level digital divide. And so because the teachers to the students who are part of this digital divide are also behind their peers, it's kind of exacerbating the situation. So the most important part of a successful one-to-one technology implementation is making sure that teachers are comfortable and trained. And so this isn't going to happen in 1 month. This isn't going to happen the day the iPads get handed out. This has to be ongoing, more than just the first year. It needs to be offered at multiple levels so that teachers who really don't know how to use this at all have a spot to be, as well as teachers who have already been doing these sorts of things in their classroom. And along with training, teachers need support. If no one in the building can help troubleshoot a technology problem, that falls on the teacher or other students. That can use up class time and kind of slow down whatever else is trying to be accomplished in that time. So having technology support staff in the building means that the technology is going to be used and used correctly. The other big difference was how technology is used. So when there's equal access, students of different races are not using technology in the same way. Minority students at home and at school are using computer and the internet at a lower level. They are consumers only. They are not creators and collaborators. They are merely going on. They're watching what's out there, they're reading what's out there, but they're not adding as much back in. This is recreated at school when white affluent students are creating and analyzing and problem solving with technology. Minority and at-risk students are merely doing memorization and drills, the kind of drill and kill software. And so that creates a negative connotation with technology and actually has a negative correlation to students' test scores when they're using technology at such a low level. So instead of having that low-level technology, the three variables that the research has shown to have successful one-to-one technology integration are interactive learning, use of technology to explore and create, and then the right blend of teachers and technology. So interactive learning, students need to interact with the technology, with other people online, with each other. It can't just simply be content overload, just all input without students being able to put their side of things in there. Assessment also needs to change for students. They need to explore and create. They need to become more than just consumers of the internet. And then at-risk students are never going to become fully independent just by giving them a device. Teachers are still very important, particularly for at-risk and low-achieving students who are lacking some of the foundation, some of the beginning skills. So finding the right blend of teacher support and technology integration is how we can make this successful. So technology will never replace a teacher. The studies are showing that students like to use technology for something they already have a little bit of background knowledge in, and they prefer teacher instruction when it's entirely new content. They prefer having someone they can get immediate feedback from, someone who can answer their questions and explain it in a different way, where technology, while it is getting better, is never going to be quite the same. At-risk students in particular don't have a strong foundation, so when they get a little bit stuck or a little bit lost using the technology, it's very easy to stop. They need that teacher right there to reassure them and affirm what they know. All right, so all these things together can create an environment where the achievement gap can be closed. One-on-one technology on its own is not going to close the achievement gap, but it is a part of every success story that we're seeing. And so one-to-one technology is going to be part of the solution, but knowing there needs to be teacher training, there needs to be interactive lessons, students need to be creating. All of it together is what is going to be able to close the achievement gap. As we very well have seen over the years, no one thing is going to be able to do that.